Hello there. This is an interesting article that might be informative to some. Ozempic blindness. Serious vision problems reported in patients taking weight loss medications. And it is definitely concerning because it seems to cause permanent vision loss in some cases, obviously. It's a new study published on JAMA Ophthalmology has brought attention to a series of vision problems observed in patients taking semaglutide and tirzepatide, popular drugs for type 2 diabetes and obesity. In this report, 9 patients experienced serious eye complications, including 7 cases of the condition where reduced blood flow to the optic nerve leads to vision loss, 1 case of swelling of the optic nerve, and 1 case affecting the retina. Although the study does not prove these drugs are the direct cause, the finding raised concerns that rapid improvements in blood sugar levels may be linked to these visual issues. Semaglutide is the active component in Ozempic, Wegovy, and Rybelsus, while tirzepatide is found in Mounjaro and Zepbound. In short, a lot of anti-obesity medications have these problems. In 2023, nearly 2% of Americans received a prescription for semaglutide. Yeah, that could be a problem if a large percent of your population suddenly loses vision. Obviously, like I said, it's not going to happen to everyone who takes the drug, but it is a risk. I'm going to be... sorry, not this one. That, yeah. I'm going to be looking at other studies that I found through Grok. Basically, they're saying that there is a non-arthritic anterior ischemic optic neuropathy. It's called NAION, and it could be connected to semaglutide, where if you take it, you might have an increased risk of the NAION, which is a condition where blood flow to the optic nerve is blocked, leading to sudden, often irreversible vision loss in one eye. This condition is sometimes referred to as an eye stroke. The risk appears heightened in patients with diabetes or those using Ozempic for weight loss. One study found that diabetic patients taking semaglutide were 4 times more likely to develop this, while those using it for obesity were 7 times more likely compared to those on other treatments. Well, this is talking about compared to other treatments, but how about compared to somebody who isn't on any of these medications, I wonder. It's just, the risk is obviously significant. 4 times, 7 times, but how many times more than that if you just were not taking anti-diabetes medications? Now, the mechanism isn't fully understood. It says here that research speculates that rapid changes in blood sugar levels caused by the semaglutide could contribute to damage to the eyes, leading to conditions like this. There's also other eye-related issues that include blurred vision, which can occur due to changes in blood glucose levels affecting the eye's lens, and possibly exacerbating diabetic retinopathy or other macular complications. I have no idea what all of the very professional language means, other than you could be losing your vision or have blurred vision as a result of all of the changes to blood sugar levels and other things that occur when you take these medications. These findings, there have been discussions about legal actions, with some law firms investigating or accepting cases for vision loss linked to Ozempic. Regulatory bodies and drug manufacturers are looking into this further, with some reports indicating that the Danish Medicines Agency is requesting an assessment by the European Pharmacovigilance Risk Assessment Committee. So the governments are looking into this, and so are the large companies that make these medications. There is a growing conversation on platforms like X about this issue, with posts highlighting concerns over the safety of Ozempic, although those should be treated with caution as they might not always provide conclusive evidence. Obviously, the professionals still say, by that we mean the experts, still say that these medications are worth taking because they do more good than harm. But I wonder for how long this is going to be the experts' consensus, because they tend to change their mind only after it has been proven beyond any shadow of a doubt that these things are harmful. And of course, we can see that the New York Post has also reported on this issue, leading to blindness, Ozempic, and there's also some research, Medical News Today, etc., that talked about eye conditions, specifically the ones that we've already said here, the neon thing, and other eye-related issues that include blurred vision and other complications. I want to say that there are no shortcuts. If you want to be healthy, you have to have good habits. You can take supplements to try and boost your metabolism, to try and make yourself more healthy. These things are generally, if the good ones, less involved with chemicals and more from natural sources, basically just concentrating them and giving you a boost. But for the most part, it's up to you to get some sunlight, get some exercise, drink water. Hopefully, if you are living in a place where the tap water is unhealthy, you can get filters for that. Just, live a healthy life. Don't eat junk food too much. I know it's much more difficult in the US. It's been talked about so many times where people from outside the US come in, don't change their diet, eat the same things, but they get bloated. There is absolutely a large quantity of unhealthy chemicals in your food that's beyond the shadow of a doubt. But Ozempic and other shortcuts of the same sort always come with serious drawbacks. You might be shoehorned into using them in an emergency if your situation is quite bad and you need a quick change. You can't afford to take the long route, because the long route of changing your habits is obviously more difficult, but it is the correct choice in that it will actually make you healthy. These drugs that, let's just say that, in my personal opinion, and I'm not a doctor, obviously all of what I'm saying is not medical advice, it's just personal belief and experience, but in my opinion, you just shouldn't depend on these shortcuts, because they, at the end of the day, cost you more. It's something that I noticed when you try to take the easy way out on things, buy the very cheap version, or take a medication instead of doing the hard work, you will lose out on it at the end. Not saying that everything you buy has to be the most expensive, just like the things that you use in your day-to-day life, it should be of a certain quality in order for them to be useful and not give you problems or break, etc. You should also pick the quality route for your body in terms of the food you eat, in terms of your habits, if you want to be successful and healthy, because the easy route is a trap. That's what I noticed. And it seems as though Ozempic is once again proving that the price can be very heavy. I mean, permanent vision loss, it's one of the worst things. So much depends on our ability to see, obviously. It would limit you both in what you can do in terms of earning money, but also just being independent. It's going to be so much harder. The amount of entertainment that you'd lose out on, the ability to read is pivotal, to see images, obviously. It's just so much harder and worse life. And if only you could just have good habits. Obviously, it's easier said than done. It's very difficult to acquire good habits, I know. But it's something that we should aspire to, and definitely not discard in favor of technology. Technology is not going to solve all our problems. In fact, it gives us new ones constantly. And this is an example. Obviously, it can be used to make our work more efficient and our lives easier and more comfortable, but do beware, easy and comfortable are not necessarily good things. There's a certain limit. We do need adversity in our life, we do need motivation, and the results can be very ugly if we forget that at the end of the day, humans are not meant to live in some sort of utopia protected at all times from everything bad and just being completely happy. Humans basically decide what is happy and unhappy based on comparison, just like short and tall, black and white. Everything that we experience is basically comparisons, and a life of ease and comfort is corrupted, in my opinion. Well, that's enough about this. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.